Hey guys, welcome back to the Triple B podcast. Today we have Owen from Blacktown District Soccer Football Association. And let's get into it. This episode is proudly brought to you by Guildford West Warriors Academy, building the next generation of football talent. At Warriors Academy, players are given the tools, coaching, and support to grow on and off the field. Whether it's skills, teamwork, or passion for the game, the Warriors Academy is committed to developing tomorrow's football stars. Join the journey today with Guildford West Warriors Academy. Alrighty. Don't want to touch your biscuits.
That's right, man.
Alright, Owen. How are you, man?
Good, thanks, mate. First of all, thanks very much for inviting me here, Guildford West. So when I first moved to Sydney back in 2023, I lived maybe 500-600 meters away from where we're filming right now.
Oh, nice.
So I was down on Iris Street, just close to Holroyd Rangers Football Club. Yeah, so I know the area well.
Nice. Back in stomping grounds.
Yeah, mate.
All right, Owen, can you tell us a bit about your journey? How did you get started in football and end up as a general manager for both Blacktown District Soccer Football Association and the Blacktown Spartans?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those like right from the very beginning. You know, I mean, kind of born with a ball at my feet. My dad was a very good amateur footballer in England. I'm from just north of London originally. So grew up supporting Tottenham Hotspur, of course.
Hey.
And then so kind of got into the game playing. I wouldn't say I'd necessarily played at a very high level, and I don't really have much of a story there beyond kind of like playing at a low semi-professional level as the kind of little bit more money into the game later on.
Is this in Australia or?
No, in England.
There,
yeah, and then in Wales as well. So I went to university in Swansea. Originally, I was looking to join the army. So I was like an army reserve at university, and kind of all geared towards that. And then I just had a change of heart, and I ended up changing my degree, and I did sports management. Got into coaching in the US. Went over there for a summer. Did some summer camps, and then I thought, I'm going to give Australia a crack. So I did the old, working holiday visa in 2008, left the UK with a view to kind of coming over here and seeing what it was all about. But then, I met a girl who's now, she's my partner. And we ended up, traveling around Australia, and she's from New Zealand. So we moved to New Zealand in 2010. And then in a place called Whangarei, which is north of Auckland.
Pronounce that again.
Whangarei.
Whangarei.
Yeah. That's right. So it's like a smallish town, just north, about 160 k's north of Auckland. And I played for their representative team for a couple of years. I worked as a full-time football coach there as well. Kind of got into that's where I really started to coach.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I really, instead of kind of, I was like 28, 29, and so it was about pursuing coaching as a profession and as a career.
Yeah.
And then, from that, I ended up as the general manager of the football club, just with a bit of a, there was a changing of the guard, so to speak.
Oh, nice.
And then, when I inherited a football club, essentially, and then we built it up to something, pretty special over 5 or 6 years. Kind of a youth program, which is kind of bringing in, senior footballers, first grade footballers every year. A junior program which feeds the youth program as well. And then kind of keeping it sustainable.
Okay.
And then I saw this opportunity come up in 2023 to be the general manager of the BDSFA and Blacktown Spartans.
So it was a position, both positions at the same time.
Yes, So it was just advertised on Seek.
Yeah.
And a couple of interviews, and before I know it, about 6 weeks later, I was living in a granny flat in Guildford West. So yeah,
Nice.
that's it really.
That's sick. With when you say like, is soccer different over there, like New Zealand?
In New Zealand,
Yeah, is it like different from here?
yes, it is. It's I mean, I think like when you're talking about sport in Australia,
Mm.
it very much differs from state to state. I think
Yeah,
like in Victoria, it's kind of
AFL.
AFL is the dominant code.
Yeah,
In Queensland, NRL is the dominant code, right?
no,
In New South Wales, I think NRL and AFL have their place. I think NRL is massive,
but yeah,
but then football is probably I think football is strongest in New South Wales than anywhere else in
yeah,
Australia.
like the suburbs of New South
Yeah, yeah,
Wales.
yeah.
I've actually been watching the Championship
Yes.
Australia, and I've actually seen Melbourne actually really popular. Like
Yeah.
soccer football is really
Oh yeah.
popular in Melbourne, and
100%.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man.
Avondale
Yeah.
and
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg
Yeah.
and all them clubs is like,
Yeah. South Melbourne.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like the following they have, the history they have.
Yeah.
Like I thought we had history in New South Wales, Sydney United, Marconi, and
Yeah.
Bonnyrigg even
Yeah,
has
that's
a
right.
bit of
Yeah.
history. Um, what does a typical day look like for you managing two big organisations in the football community?
Yeah, I mean, it varies. Like
Mm.
it's I think that's one of the things that I like the most about this job is that no 2 days are really the same. I
Mm.
think when you get into the football season, there's more of a routine.
Yeah,
Kind of you've got your Saturday, Sunday where all of the games and all the magic happens.
yeah.
You've got the Monday where you've got people that have been put on the naughty step to be dealt with.
Yeah.
And then and then there's trainings and there's midweek catch-up games, and then the whole process kind of rinses and repeats itself.
Yeah.
In the off season, like where we are now, it's more around planning, and kind of
Advertising.
yeah, that's it,
Trials.
exactly,
Yeah.
and getting everything set up so that when when the whistle blows and the season starts, that's it. Everything runs as smoothly as it can do.
Yeah.
But I mean, like in terms of a day, like like at the moment, we're almost kind of we're able to relax a little bit. So I've kind of in the office. It's more of a 9 to 5.
Oh, okay.
So I try to exercise as much as I can at the moment. Like go for a run in
Take
the morning.
advantage of the time. Yeah.
Exactly. Go for a run. Go for a swim. But then it's very much around. Like at the moment, we're preparing for an annual general meeting.
Yeah.
Within the association, within the BDSFA. So that's kind of taking up a lot of time. Then there's affiliations, which is an annual process.
Mm.
Then we've got we're talking to players about next season in the senior space, recruiting in the junior and the youth space, tying down coaches, like all those things, and then regulation, like looking over regulations.
See if we can.
Seeing where you can make improvements, what works, what doesn't work. So yeah, it's like that's kind of where we're at the moment.
Would you say like saying like the past seasons where it's been like really wet?
Mm-hmm.
Are we putting that into preparation to this season, or?
So yes, I mean,
obviously you have like the system where it's all right. You miss a weekend catch-up game.
Yeah.
But are you using like conversations with like councils to maybe get more a synthetic pitch this season, or maybe push that more?
Yes.
Because I know we are.
So yeah, and I think that's kind of like a part of the equation.
Yeah.
Right. So there's I know we've had 2025 wasn't as wet as 2024. 2024 was like
horrendous.
We were playing water polo, I think, on the weekend.
Mm.
But what we did, and like I've got a competitions manager, so I'm very lucky. We've got an incredible team of office staff and football staff at the BDSFA. And we made a conscious decision in 2024 when, it became apparent that we were going to be, it was most of the weekends were going to be wet.
I think we lost 10 weeks.
Yeah,
10 weeks
we
of
did
games.
But what we did is as an association, we hired as much synthetic field time as we could.
Yeah.
So that included using the synthetic turf at Blacktown Football Park.
Okay.
But we also used Wanderers Football Park.
The training ground.
That's right, the training ground
there.
there.
Guys, yeah.
We used Poppendetta Park with where Town Rangers and Mount Druitt play.
Okay.
And we were able to. What we also did as well is we kind of made the conscious decision to have as many catch-up games as we could in the week when the fields were open. Because I think, you look at it was Friday night was when a lot of the rain was happening. It was mainly centered around the weekends.
And you have the whole week of beautiful weather then bang, Friday night.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
It's ridiculous.
I think what worked well is, for the younger age groups in particular, we had, we removed fines for forfeit. So if people didn't want to play, especially in the non-competition, they didn't have to play. But then we got as many games played as possible during the week. Yeah. So, you had, under 10s, under 11s kicking off at 7:00 on a Wednesday night. Yeah. Under lights. And I think
they would have loved that.
They did. They were buzzing. It was...
kids love playing it. They love night games. I don't know why. Yeah. Even when we go watch a night game during the week. They just, it's like, we got school tomorrow, but we're having an actual game. And it's like more adrenaline for them.
And it adds to the, because everything's, you can't see beyond the lights, right? So, and everybody's, all the eyes are
tension's on you.
Yeah. So
what's your take on, I understand 6 and 7s, leave them 8s and up to 12s, competitive.
So
what's your opinion on that?
I think there's a place for it. I think, there's studies have shown that, people they do like competition. They understand the concept of winning and losing over a period of time.
Yeah.
What I don't think works in that age group is an 18-week home and away season.
Yeah.
But what I would advocate for is
group stages.
Maybe like a group stage, or even where you play your normal fixtures, like non-competitive. I think that's the wrong way to say it, but without a ladder, right? But then what you can do is you can have gala days where you maybe play, 3 group games, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. So you're getting 6 games across the course of a day. But what you can also do as well, and I think they do this in New Zealand quite well, is say, for example, if you have a group of 4 or 4 groups of 4, so you've got 16 teams, the top 2 will go through and play each other in a cup quarterfinal. Yeah. But then the bottom 2 will go through and play each other in a plate quarterfinal. Yeah, then so everybody gets the same number of games. Yeah. And they're also at they call it the correct challenge point. So, you're playing against teams that are all finished 3rd and 4th in this group on this day. Yeah. And so, so
that's actually a good thing, because I'm actually running a gala day and I'm doing the group stages.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteed 3 games. Everyone's guaranteed 3 games.
That's it.
And then that's actually a good idea for the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
To have
they can go
fight
through
for whatever.
Exactly.
And then they get, okay, that's a good aspect.
Yeah.
But would you put it like a point system then? So see how Premier League, it's on a point system. Instead of a semi-final, grand final, would you just do a point system and it's like, okay, for the younger ones?
Yeah, I mean, I would have it if it maybe even isolated. So on the day it's finished, or if it's over a 2-3 week period, then at the end of that, then there's medals and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, because I know for a lot of the people I talk to, the coaches that we talk to, the parents,
Yeah.
even they're like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
there's a
that.
lot of parents where it's like,
Yeah.
what's the point? And there's a lot of parents, I want my kid to be active.
Yeah. And
I think that's,
I think there's, like there's the danger that it becomes about the result,
Mm,
and but it's not the kids that want the result, it's the
Yeah.
coaches and the parents.
yes.
And so what you can say, like I've seen it myself. I've been at tournaments, like for 3-4 days, and when you get to the business end, for want of a better word, the games change. So at the beginning, it's kind of, the pressure's off. Coaches are kind of rotating players.
Ease into
Like they're
it.
trying things. The players are kind of playing with a bit of freedom. But then as it gets to the kind of the bit where people need to qualify,
Yeah.
the play becomes a bit more direct. People are putting their strongest teams on.
Yeah.
And I think, it's like, I think you have to be very careful with it.
Yeah. Because I'm all for teams having fun and this or that.
Mm-hmm.
But then come to 12 years old, they're chucked in, okay, the best are here, the lowest are here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like we're preparing them. So 6 and 7s, this is you need to have fun, fall in love with the game.
Yeah.
All that. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
It's like the 6 and 7s basically. It's the same competition.
And I think that's why you've probably got to stage it. So there's the introduction. It may be that like I said, I think there is a place for it.
Yeah.
I think you've got to be careful in the way that you do it.
Because I think when you go to your 12s, that becomes competitive.
Yes.
And then we've put into place where it's Div 1, where you have to make that team.
Yeah.
There's trials. Div 2, it's like you need work. Div 3 is you're there to enjoy yourself, have fun.
Yeah.
4, 5 are like
social football.
Social.
Yeah.
Social, or maybe you just didn't make 3 or 2, and you just need a bit of confidence boost. You know what I mean? Because that's as a coach, when I'm grading kids, I'm like, okay, this kid just needs a confidence boost. He'll be ready for 2 and 1 in about a year or 2.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's like the divisions and the competition actually helps with development.
Yeah.
That's where I'm looking at it.
Yeah. No, I think, there's definitely arguments for and against.
100%.
The under 12s, I think they're at the age where they're almost, they are ready for that kind of introduction to the football as we know it. But I also big believer in the 9-a-side in that under 12s. I think I think it just suits the physicality and the level that they're at in terms of their physical development.
Yeah.
But then I think with the 11s going all the way down to like 7s, then there should be the opportunity to have these competitions, but it should just be, it can't be on a 18-week home and away.
Yeah, I would say maybe 14 or even 12.
Yeah, I would even do like 2, like an open and a close.
Oh, okay.
So, or maybe you play, if you've got an 18-week season, you could have 6 weeks at the beginning where you're kind of, people are kind of getting used to the game.
Yeah.
Then you could have a 3-week tournament that takes you to 9 weeks. Then you have another 6 weeks where you're kind of working again, and then you finish off the season with a 3-week tournament.
Interesting. Conversation later.
Uh-huh.
How would you describe the football culture in the Blacktown and Western Sydney area?
So it's incredibly diverse. I think that's probably.
I love that.
Yeah, same.
I love
I was amazed. I mean, I grew up in just north of London, and that's a melting pot in itself. There's people from all walks of life, but then it's almost been kind of like dialed up coming to Western Sydney. There's people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And I think like the football culture is, it's very tribal. People are
Yeah.
like, they nail their colours to the mast.
Yeah.
From the grassroots all the way up.
You
And
still get like the clubs and culture like Bonarig,
yeah, of
Serbian,
course.
and like Sydney United, Croatian.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you still get the culture orientate, like
yeah, absolutely.
origin from.
Well, we've got a club in our district called Polonia, and so they're, it's a Polish club,
Yeah.
and
Is
that's a
Fraser in your district?
Fraser Park. No,
No. The club. It's a Portuguese one. They've
yeah,
got the
no,
Portuguese
yeah,
logo.
yeah, Fraser Park, but yeah, they're not in
Oh,
our.
okay.
No, I think they're in the east somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
No, it's
amazing.
It is amazing, and I think, people are passionate about the game. I think because there's a high proportion of people that aren't from Australia. There's people that come from, the countries where,
Argentina,
yeah, Argentina, Portugal, countries in Africa, countries in the Middle East,
Yeah.
And where football is it's the sport, right? And so people have
religion
bought,
over there.
yeah, they've bought that to Western Sydney.
Yeah.
But also as well, there's people here, and I think the grassroots, like through, clubs, district associations, and then Football New South Wales, football is like it's thriving in Western Sydney.
I really hope this championship thing works.
Yeah.
Because we need a B League, man.
Yeah.
Imagine having a B League with, like, for example, Marconi in the B. Like, they're in the championship already. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
any team can
Absolutely.
have that opportunity.
You look at Northwest Spirit. They won the NPL, and
yeah, Prospect is in NPL 2 now.
Yeah.
For the first time in ever.
Yeah.
And I feel like any club, like Radomi is in NPL now.
Yep.
One of our Granville district teams. Para is in there. Like, imagine you go to NPL 1, you got to win NPL 1 to get promoted to the
qualify for that.
B League.
Yeah.
Or Championship, then B League, then A League. Like, imagine that. Having those leagues available to any club.
Yeah, I think the meritocracy is something that you need. You need it in football, where, I mean, like we have it in, it's kind of entrenched in England, where you can, any club can theoretically play in the Premier League.
Yeah, I love that.
So, like, I mean, it's unlikely that a club's going to rise from,
League
step
1
7 all the way, like step 7, and like a county league.
Oh yeah.
All the way up
then
to
Sunday
the Premier
League, then.
But it does happen.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even in my lifetime, there's Wimbledon, who were, a top flight team, but they came from non-league football all the way up to the old Division 1 and the Premier League. And Luton Town were the first club to be in the top division, so they were in the old Division 1.
Yeah.
They got relegated all the way down to the non-league, like to division. I think it's like the 5th division. It used to be called the Conference.
Yeah.
And then they got promoted all the way back to the Premier League again.
That's sick.
So yeah,
that's crazy. And it's like, I know, what club was it? Wimbledon Rangers.
Oh yeah.
They're in League 1 now.
Queen's Park Rangers.
Is that how you pronounce it?
QPR?
Yeah, it's got the duck. The white duck and the blue circle.
Yes, that's QPR.
QPR.
Yeah.
So I've been following their journey.
Yeah.
And they were in, I think, so it goes English Premier League.
Yeah.
League.
Championship.
Yeah. League 2.
League 1.
League 1. League 2.
League 2.
League 3?
National League.
National League?
Yeah, and then National League North, National League South.
Yeah, so I believe that what are they called?
Because
I pronounce it Wimbledon Rangers?
I don't know, man. No, that's a different team.
Let me search.
Yeah, check it out. We'll check it out.
I'll check it out. I'll put their logo.
Yeah, man.
So I've been following them and their journey and doing all that.
Yeah.
They were in, believe it was, because there's 7 stages,
7 steps. Yeah.
7 steps.
Yeah.
So I actually watch a guy,
Hashtag United.
hashtag United.
Yeah. Yeah.
They started as a Sunday league, this and that.
Yeah.
Slowly got into stage 6.
Yep.
Semi-professional.
Yeah.
So I believe though the League One team that I'm talking about came from there.
Yeah, right.
And then like this stadium got built as they got to stage 5.
Not Forest Green Rovers. It could be those.
No, I know it's like a blue circle.
Yeah.
It's something. It's Wembley Rangers.
Wickham.
It's like
I don't know, man.
It's a goose. It's a goose as their logo.
A goose.
A circle.
I'm gonna check it out later.
Yeah, I'll show you after.
Yeah.
I've got it on my FIFA. I've got their logo. So yeah, it's just their field was rubbish in like the normal thing, and then as they got it to a higher league, a lot of people were like, "Ooh, this is our team going up.
Yeah,
let's
get a following,
fundraising, this and that." The money went in. They got a nice stadium now. It's like, we could do that here. Like we have the.
I think in theory, like with enough people have enough kind of motivation, and like they're in it for the right reasons, then anything's possible.
Blacktown Spartan home ground.
Yes.
How much can that hold? 1,000, 2,000 comfortably.
I think it's got 500 seats. So
and plus you got the grass
and the bank at the back, and all around the ground.
So you could do 2,000 comfortably. Or is that pushing it?
I'd say 2,000 would be pretty raucous if we had that many in there. It would be pumping.
Yeah.
But I mean, like there was a big game last season. We played against SD Raiders.
Yeah.
We kind of got the crowd out as much as we could.
Yeah.
And you couldn't walk in the kind of the main grandstand.
That would have been a sick environment. Like
it was
atmosphere.
really good. It was crackling. Unfortunately, we lost 2-0. But that's.
I'm an SD Raider fan. So.
Okay, easy. A hell of a goal to get promoted. But yeah.
Yeah. So they're my MPL 2 side.
MPL side now.
MPL,
yeah.
Got promoted. What are the biggest challenges you face in grassroots football management today?
That's a good question. I think a lot of people talk about volunteers and kind of how difficult it is to recruit and retain volunteers.
Yeah.
So that's obviously that's a challenge. But I think as well, what we're facing in Blacktown in particular is a lot of clubs they're almost outgrowing their facilities. So it's about there's a lot of upgrades that need to be done, but you've got to think as well. They're all council assets.
Yeah.
And so you can't
just renovate.
You can't just go in and also council can't spend millions and millions of dollars just to upgrading these facilities. So it's something that's going to take a number of years.
Yeah.
And I think as well, the way the sporting landscape is in Australia, I think we'll get there with it. But yeah, I think that's definitely a challenge. And with the volunteers as well, I think people's time is more valuable to them now. Yeah. So it's people are less inclined. They're less inclined to put in volunteer hours.
Yeah.
They're less inclined to kind of even help out on a barbecue sometimes.
Yeah. You can see that as a good and a bad thing sometimes, because then you're getting the genuine ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where it's like, the time is really precious to people these days. Yeah. So when you do get it, number one, you got to keep in mind, like, you should appreciate that.
Absolutely.
A bit more now.
Yeah.
Because this guy's actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's what I've noticed too. Like a lot of people, the people that do give time...
Yeah.
I make sure thanks,
man. They need to be, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's a really good point, because like they are, they're giving up their time.
Mm.
It could be time away from their family to sit on the committee.
Mm.
It could be, time away from work on, a Saturday or a Sunday morning where they could be going out doing odd jobs and earning some money, all to kind of make the football club tick. And it's really important to recognise the volunteers. It's not something that necessarily has to cost a lot of money, but
Some of them don't even want that.
Yeah, that recognition.
Yeah, some of them
like,
just on the side say like,
yeah.
it doesn't even have to be like advertised. Oh,
Yeah,
look who's
absolutely.
helped. Some, like, for example, a lot of our committee members, a lot of us, we just do it out of the love and passion of the game.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some of our life members don't even have kids in our clubs anymore.
But
they're still there.
But they're there, yeah.
They're still there,
That's right.
putting in time.
Because they can see the value in what the club does for people and young
the community,
people, particularly in the community. Yeah.
How do BDSFA and the Spartans work together to create clear development pathways for you? Actually, before this question, are they connected or are they separate entities?
They're totally separate entities. So you have, but there's a lot of crossover.
Okay. So this would help.
Yeah.
How do BDSFA and the Spartans work together to create clear development pathways for young players?
So yeah, it's I think it's a work in progress. Probably the best way to describe it, and I think it's always going to be like that.
Yeah,
because you're always going to be looking at how you can make it better.
100%.
One of the things that we changed when for the 2024 season is we brought on a head of football for the association, the BDSFA. Okay. So kind of responsible for the technical direction of the association, but also as well a huge part of that role is working in the Spartan space. Okay. So like the way I see it is the Spartans are, they're responsible and they should have the program that serves the highest possible standards and sort of be the benchmark for other clubs to be able to follow. So what you can do is you can kind of attract expertise from a coaching perspective or technical direction perspective. Yeah. Then that expertise then can be used to help community football. Okay. So through coach education, through program design and development, and and all through providing CPD, professional development.
Where do you get the CPD hours? How do I? Because I got to do 15.
Yes. So yeah, you get them.
I don't know where to go.
There are a lot available.
But you have to pay for it, or
some you have to pay for, some you get for free. Okay. So I know the coaches conference for Football New South Wales, which is in November, that's 10 hours. If you go on both the days, it gives you 5 hours a day. But then what you can do as well is you just got to keep an eye out. There's online modules that you can do. Okay. But you can also do them in different states. So you could do, like
New South Wales and
Victoria, Queensland, so on. So you can do that. But then also that's something that we're looking at the moment. And after I've finished here, I'm actually going for a meeting with our head of football and community development manager. We're going to be kind of looking over our calendar for 2026. And what CPD events we can host at Blacktown Football Park.
Well, make sure you call me, please.
I will, man. No worries.
Call me. What's your approach to supporting coaches and referees at the community level?
So, I think, in terms of the coaches, what we've done in the last couple of years is, with the introduction to Foundation Football course.
That's a really good course.
It is
That's a really good course for anything under, I'll say 16s. All the way up to 16s.
Yeah, absolutely.
So helpful.
Kind of introduces you to the game training phase. And I think what it does, it gives people a very solid base from which to learn if they want to go on and do their C license. But also, it gives people the basic tools to be able to coach a team at a grassroots level. Yeah. And so what we've done is we've put on a number of these courses. We've also done a number of mini roos courses as well. But our head of football, his name's Kyle.
I think I met him when I did my mini roos.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Yeah.
So
Nice bloke.
He'll, like with the foundation of footballs, he creates groups.
Yeah.
And kind of stays in touch and kind of has a little bit of a support network there as well.
Yeah.
And what we've also just done recently is we've brought on a community development manager. So whereas Kyle is responsible for the technical direction, he's the expert, and he works at the higher level in the Spartans and the Boys Youth League and the NPL space.
Okay.
The community development manager is focused squarely on our 24 member clubs. And so it's about, he's there, he can provide support in terms of, program development, go along and kind of find out if they're having any issues. It could be around, coaches, they don't have enough coaches. It's kind of looking for solutions to their very individual problems. So that's kind of the support for the coaches. And then for the referees, we've done a lot of work with our referees branch. So there's a kind of a third entity there, which is the Blacktown City Soccer Referees branch as well.
Okay.
And there's a new board in place, a very proactive board.
Yeah.
Probably got the busiest group chat in Western Sydney, I'd say. They're on all day. But they're responsible for referee development themselves. So they've got a branch coach. They hold, regular training sessions, courses. And then we've also got a game leader coordinator who will run game leader courses. So anybody that's interested in refereeing, that's the way in.
Game leader first.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, I need some refs. Well, can I use game leaders? Because it's under 11s?
Yes, you should
for
be
my
able to. Yeah.
gala day. Thank you.
No worries.
How important is it for associations and clubs to adapt to modern football trends like data, technology, and new playing styles?
So, I think it's always very important to kind of stay
up to date,
and stay, have your ear to the ground with what's changing, and how you can bring that into your club. I think when you're looking at, particularly with the data and the technology, there's I think there's a lot of work for potentially not a lot of gain at some of the levels of football that we're talking about. So you can go all the way and use things like Game Breaker and Sports Code and all of these different things.
I've got a VO cam.
Yes. So
I love it.
And that is I think that's hugely important, right? Having the video and having it filmed at a height of about 4 meters and being able to see the whole pitch all at once, so that you can look at what your left back's doing
at the same time,
the ball's on the right hand side of the pitch, and you can kind of
zoom in. And
that's right. But
it's
you can
so
flip
good.
it and you can send it to the player. I think that is important, and that's a huge leap forward from in the last 10 years for grassroots football.
Even so I just recorded it just for fun for my under 9s team.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
I bet they did.
They're like, oh, I'm on TV and
yeah.
It's and then they could understand because they can hear me when I was telling them an instruction.
Yeah.
And now they can be like, oh, look where I am.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
That's why he was telling me.
Yeah, that's right.
So a lot of learning I've noticed, and the development side of things, they need to see what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Because on a different perspective.
Yes.
Because I can tell you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, what do you mean? I'm looking at my legs.
Yeah.
I don't understand what.
100%.
And even with my 18s, we used to sit down in the change room, got the big flat screen, and then got my laptop. I'm like, look, for example, my back line.
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't have ARs. Sideliners. Stay back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look where you are now, and look at your bodies when they've come to attack.
Yeah.
You're literally facing the opposite direction of where they're running, and they couldn't understand
Yeah.
when I
Until you
was
see it.
when I was
Yeah.
saying it, and then my whole back line was like, "Why am I standing like that?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and it just doesn't make it made no sense to them why they were doing it,
Yeah.
and then now it's just like it improved our game. It fast tracked our development for the 18s incredibly.
Yeah. Wicked.
Like
That's good, man. And I think like
things like that, I think every club should invest in.
yeah.
It really helps.
Yeah. No, that's true. And,
Like next year, I want to really like promote that video.
yeah.
Like I'll take it to the club and just live stream the whole day.
Yeah.
Live stream every game, and obviously we'll work on the permission side of things and
Yeah.
get approval from the parents. And
Yeah.
but honestly, if you're live streaming 5 games on the weekend, number one, you're exposing your club
Yeah.
to a level where it's like you can get sponsorships. Put their logo on the
You can
live stream. You know, like
you definitely.
that's
can.
another
So have you got a VO3? Is that or
two.
VO2?
I looked at the 3. I'm like, there's not much difference.
Mm.
Just the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, for what I want to use it for and what I need it for, VO2 is plenty for me.
Yeah. Perfect.
A really nice lady sold it to us at a really good price. I'll tell you the price off screen.
Oh,
You're gonna freak out.
Nice.
Let's get back on topic. How do you see the role of football? Sorry. How do you see the role of football in bringing local communities together, especially in the diverse areas like Blacktown? Because there's a lot of
Yeah, and I think football. The first thing is that football is a universal language, right? So it's something that everybody can play, and you don't need to. You don't need to be able to speak the same language. You know, you can.
It helps, but
yeah, it does help. It definitely helps, but it's something that like they can. And people can feel part of something if you've come to a new country.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fortunate enough that like I
You got a job in it.
Yeah, I speak English, right? But it's when I've moved countries. I moved from England. Well, I moved from England to Wales, and then I moved from Wales back to England. Then I moved from England to Australia, Australia to New Zealand, and New Zealand back to Australia. And I mean, this time with my job, it's different, and I'm older. I'm in my 40s now, and I can't play anymore. Like otherwise, I'd be a wreck until Wednesday every week. But each time before that, the first thing that I did is like find a football club.
Yeah.
Because you're in somewhere new. It's like, how are you going to meet people? How are you going to make friends? How are you going to get to know the area? And it's like, go and kick a football arm with somebody. I think so I think that's the first part, and obviously, like it kind of makes people feel part of something.
Yeah.
But what it also does on the other side is it introduces people to Australian life, and I think that's really important. If people are coming here from all parts of the world, and like they're coming here and they're going to be Australians, and they're if people have kids here, the kids are going to be they're going to be Australians as well.
100%.
And so it's about bringing them along, and it kind of it shows them what it means to be an Australian. I think, especially
100%.
being in the grassroots sport, because like you guys here have I think the best volunteers I've ever seen anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Like
I will say, we do have great volunteers.
Like people are so invested, and to be able to kind of to bring people into that, I think football and sport in general is a very special role.
Yeah. What advice would you give to local clubs trying to build stronger cultures and retain players?
So I think the 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 most important thing you can have, like the most important part of a football club, is the coaches.
Yeah.
Because the coaches embody what the club is all about. Like they're the ones that are delivering, your club values and your club, they're kind of building towards your club vision on the pitch. So they're the people that really need to be looked after. And I think, you can do that through coach education, by providing access to coach education. I think it's important. It's important also as well for clubs to safeguard themselves, because, if you pay for a coach to go on a C license, for example,
He just fucks off.
well, yeah, that's it. The club doesn't own the C license.
Yeah.
The coach does. So, you can do things where, you have an agreement where if a C license costs $950, at the end of year one, they get $450 back. At the end of year two, they get $500. And then you've paid for the C license, but they've given you 2 years of work in order to justify the investment.
Because I'm a big fan of the mini roos and the foundation of football.
Yes.
Even if those two, I highly they're the two main things, because they're such a good entry level coaching.
Yeah.
The information they give you is actually
Yeah.
if you're looking at it as a coach that you've never coached before, elite information.
Yeah, man, 100%. I mean, it's 9 hours for the foundation of football, so you get 9 hours of, quality.
I thought I was a good coach until I went. I still see myself as a good coach, but I mastered what I was lacking.
Yeah.
I'll be doing defense drills. So I'll do attacking drills. And then he called me out on it and was like, why are you talking to defenders, telling them how to defend?
Yeah.
It's a 2v2 shooting drill.
Yeah.
So he's like, we're doing shooting.
Yeah.
These are your two talking points.
Yeah.
Position, body position.
Yeah.
And take the shot, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like secondary learning.
It's such an eye opener.
Yeah.
You look at the game, it's like, okay, why am I complicating it?
Yeah.
Just do the drill that you've printed out and keep it simple.
Exactly.
And rotate.
Yeah.
Man. It's the best money I've ever spent in my life.
Oh, wicked. That's really good to hear.
And I cannot wait to do C diploma.
Yeah.
I'm doing that next year.
Yeah, nice.
I like to sit on whatever license I do for a year.
Yeah.
And then go to the next stage.
Perfect.
I don't like people that just go mini roos.
One
next month foundation.
Yeah.
Next month C diploma.
Yeah.
Next month it's like your Ps. It's like your driver's license.
Yeah, of course.
Get experience.
That's exactly it. And I think a lot of people, because there's a lot of stuff coming into the game now when you talk about benchmarking, club standards, and all these kinds of things. So it's just come out recently with the Junior Development League. So people have got a development committed bronze, silver, or gold kind of accreditation for Football New South Wales. There's been a lot of talk about it, but it's like
apparently it got a lot of interest too.
Yeah.
The JDL.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I'm fully supportive of it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been quite dismissive and say, it's not actually about the coaching, it's not actually about the program, but it is. It almost entirely is. It's around, it's about having a plan, because that's the second part of it. Like when you talk about, when you talk about the club culture, what's the plan, right? Yeah. What are you going to be doing
5 years
each year, right? Each year over the next 5, 6, 7 years. So, if you're a junior, if you're a club with juniors from under 5s or under 6s all the way through to under 18s, what does a year look like for each one of those age groups? Because at the end of it, you've got like 11 or odd years there. It's like the whole time somebody's at school. So they should be getting a football education from you, and at the end of it, they should be ready to represent your first team
100%.
or somebody else's first team, whatever the case may be.
That's another reason why it's like we need to not push for it, but like give them make a vision for our players.
Yeah.
So like, this is where you could be.
Yeah.
So you need to get your club into a position where you can show these kids coming up.
Yes.
Why choose our club over them?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Because if I'm looking at it with the Blacktown Association, Southern District Association, Granville, I'm gonna choose most likely Southern because you got Marconi, you got this,
Yeah.
you got SD Raiders, you got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like you do. I think you got Blacktown City's in it.
We've got heaps.
Blacktown City.
Yeah.
There's
Blacktown City.
Prospect now.
Blacktown Spartans. Prospects United.
They're all MPL now.
Town Rangers. All of them.
So Mounties here. There's
Mounties have been playing, and then there's Wanderers.
Oh, the academy.
There's Boys Youth.
That's what I mean. So Blacktown and Southern District would be my both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, after my boys turn a certain age, they're already asking me, can we go play there?
Can we go play?
Can we go play Southern District? Can we go play Blacktown?
Yeah.
But I don't know, something about Granville Association, I just really, really want to push the association to.
There's a lot of history here. And there's a lot of good people.
Yeah. A lot of good people. The community is. This is what's confusing about, like, we have the biggest community. Based on the numbers I've researched the last 2 years, population wise, we're very much fighting on the top, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But number wise, we're losing a lot of people to Blacktown Association. I know my mates that live in Greystanes are playing Blacktown. Yeah, right. Because it's just better opportunity.
Yeah, and that's senior football.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Even some of my younger mates, brothers and stuff. Yeah. They're not coming to Granville anymore. They're going Southern or. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're losing a lot of our local talent to other districts.
Yeah, I think as well, like because we're in a metropolitan area, it is easier for people to
get their foot in
to go beyond their own backyard. So it's like you have to. It's like, I think that's kind of what you were alluding to there when you're talking about the culture and like what can you do to be able to build it. It's about like if you're organised and you've got good coaches, so you've got a plan that and you.
I love your field, by the way. I love your home ground. Just the layout. I got there and I was watching everyone train, and I see 2 coaches here. They've got their training schedule. Yeah, it's I fell in love with it. Honestly, moving. I was gonna come.
Yeah, it's coming along. It's a work in progress, but
this was 2 years ago.
Yeah, so it's improved a lot. Yeah, so like over the last couple of years, it's good.
All right, quick fire round.
Go on then.
Favorite A-League team?
Do you know what? Because you obviously sent me these questions, right? I know you're looking at that. They're my neighbours, right? But so I've got to stay true, right? I've thought long and hard about this question, right? I support Tottenham Hotspur. That's the only team I support. I've got to be honest. Yeah. Like I love the A-League. Big fan of Wanderers. Yeah. Like and I know a lot of the people there. But I couldn't say that I support an A-League club.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it. Who would win a 5-a-side BDSFA All-Stars or Blacktown Spartans staff team? So staff members.
Yeah.
Blacktown?
Yeah.
Association or the Spartans? 5-a-side.
Staff. Like... I don't think we'd have a hope, to be fair.
I think that's why they said 5. That's why they said 5-a-side.
Yeah, and we have
nice square pitch.
Yeah, we have an All-Stars. There's an All-Stars fixture and it's been running for a few years. Yeah. So we have the women from our Women's Premier League playing against Spartans Women, and Division 2 Premier League playing against the under 20 Spartans, and then Div 1 or Premier League 1 playing against the first grade. And it's always very kind of keenly contested.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if it was the coaching staff, like we've got some tidy players.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt about it.
Kyle get cold there.
Kyle, yeah. Kyle's a bit of a show pony, to be fair. He's a
bit of a fancy one.
We've got Jimmy, who's the first grade coach. I mean, like he's ex Swansea City and Nottingham Forest.
Wow.
So like he's probably got a bit about him.
So you got a lot of friends coming from overseas.
He's Australian. He's Aussie as.
Oh, and he's played for.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he moved over there. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then so yeah, I think I'd have to give it to the All Stars, to be fair. The BDSFA All Stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I back the Premier League, to be fair.
One rule you'd change in grassroots football if you could.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So what I would change when we talk about the mini routes, so we have under 5s and the 6s. Like we start under 5s in Blacktown.
Okay.
I would remove teams in that. So I would
don't do 5s.
Don't. Well, no, I would. You can do 5s, you can do 6s, but I wouldn't go to the. I wouldn't say like these 7. This is your team for the year.
I'd
mix it up.
Okay.
So then, like, if you've got 50 under 5s and under 6s at your club, they can all train together. They can all they all kind of take part in a program. What you can do then as well, and I think this.
So you're playing with a different team every week.
Absolutely.
Different players every week.
That's right.
That's actually a really good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. I like that one.
Thanks, man.
That's why you're general manager. What's your ultimate dream for Western Sydney football in the next 10 years?
So I think from my perspective, so in my backyard, then I want our men, Spartans men, to be in the NPL. I want Spartans women to be in the NPL. Boys and girls to be in Girls and Boys Youth League 1, and to have the highest possible accreditation for our junior licenses. That's from that. That's like good. I want everything. But then in community football, I want the clubs to be thriving. Like I'd like to see our registration numbers increase.
Yeah.
Kind of, like when you look at how our population is growing in this part of Sydney, we need to be growing as well. If our numbers remain stable, we're actually going backwards.
Yeah.
So there needs to be, more players, but then also as well, I want to see us competing in state cups and champions. So we've had 2 champion and champions winners in the last 2 years at Blacktown. And yeah, I want to see that increase.
Yeah.
So that when people get drawn against a Blacktown team in the State Cup, or they get drawn against a Blacktown team in the champions, they get a little feeling of dread in the pit of their stomach because they know they're going to get a hiding.
100%. Because with that, like youth, I feel like, for example, like my ambition for Maryland's, our youth system needs to improve.
Yeah.
Our coaching needs to have the foundations.
Yeah.
Courses, whatever it is, they need to have it.
Yeah.
Because you can't build a club or anything if the foundation is not good.
Yes.
If you're not bringing up the good players,
you're
not going to bring in the good players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would you bring in good players when you can just build them, have the mentality and the values of your own club being instilled in them as they get there?
That's it.
I think this part here has to be 100%. Yeah. And that is the hardest part.
That's the engine room of your football club.
Exactly.
You've got the foundation phase where people fall in love with the game. The 9s to 12s is the skill acquisition, where they're kind of, they're learning the technical skills and they're kind of giving themselves that foundation. But the youth is where
10, 11 is like instilling what the club is about.
That's it. They're all going to get that like naturally, right?
Yeah.
But then that 13 to 18 is when, you know, like, yeah, that's when you're creating your future first team footballers.
All right, Owen, thank you very much today.
Thank you, bro.
That was a lovely conversation.
Real pleasure.
Thanks guys for watching, and see you on the next one. See ya.